So when we say ACKO is a tech-first company, what we're really trying to say is that we bring technology to the table to solve that problem. We bring design to the table to solve that problem. We bring analytics to the table to solve that particular problem. We bring product management to solve that problem. When we bring all of these perspectives together, not only does the problem get solved better, you end up actually reframing the problem. You start to see the bigger picture of what the consumer really needs. Does he really need a claim process, or does he need something that just works for him when something bad happens to his life or her life? And that's really sort of the core of what we mean when we say ACKO is a tech-first company.
ACKO is truly unique because we are blending deep tech DNA in a complex, regulated, legacy-heavy industry, insurance. Most tech companies are solving new problems, digitizing obvious workflows, but we're going several layers deeper. We are questioning every assumption about how insurance works, from how it is priced, distributed, and serviced, to how fast a claim can be settled. What makes us different is we have done all of this with customer-first lens and a tech-native mindset. Our ability to own the full stack product, tech, operations, and even alignment at a regulatory level gives us full control. That's why we can launch faster, adapt better, and simplify experiences that traditionally frustrate people. It's also our willingness to go against the grains, to build from first principles, to experiment and to scale, all while being frugal, focused, and operationally excellent. That's rare.
Technology is the key differentiator. Insurance is a pretty established business. ACKO is very different because we're a D2C insurance company. So probably we are the first in India, to do this at a very large scale. Technology is an enabler, right? It enables the business, it allows you to conduct the business, but it's not the key differentiator to the business. ACKO works a little bit differently. Number one, we build our own tech. Why? Because we go where the consumers are. We have a very differentiated technology stack that not only ACKO can leverage, but the entire industry can leverage, right? So it's like an operator tech. So we built tech, we use it, we operate it, and then we have proved that it works very well. And the industry as a whole can also benefit from this particular technology, right? Number two, it allows us to experiment with new technologies, and then once we experiment it and once it gels well, both with the customers and also when it proves itself as a proven technology, we bring it to mainstream, right? So this is a very differentiated way of launching systems, differentiated way of creating software systems that end consumers directly use and leverage.
So as an engineer who's working on technology, you can see your technology helping people, shaping their lives when they are buying a policy, when they are claiming, ensuring that people's lives are easy. So that's where you find what you code has a purpose in life, has a purpose in helping people out there. At the same time, you're working on cutting edge technology. There's AI. Pretty much everything is new because you're converting a paper-based industry into a tech-first industry.
So here I'll talk about something that I started once I joined ACKO. I truly believe that each and every individual in the company, they have a lot of ideas, and they just need an opportunity to convert those ideas into reality. So when I came in, I said that, okay, let's start this culture of doing hackathons. We call them ACKO Hackathon. We are around like 300 people organization. I've done these hackathons in the past in other organizations where I worked in. Similar 300, 400 people organization, when I would go and either participate or organize those hackathons, you would see 50, 60 people are participating. When we started here in ACKO, in the first year we got 150 people participating, and there were close to 55 teams which came together, and for next 3 days they built the idea, they sort of worked overnight, and finally had a working demo and presentation that they pitched to our leaders.
At ACKO, I've been presented the opportunity to work with so many new AI technologies, which is foraying into so many different business domains, support, customer support, pre-sales assistance, workflow automations. And with the constant encouragement and mentorship that has been provided, I think I have learned a lot in the years that I've spent with ACKO.
Like the culture at ACKO, I think, is one where we can get to experience a lot of projects and information sharing on the fly. One way ACKO tries to do this is through yearly hackathons.
It has been very easy for me to transition from front end to back end. Now, I have the opportunity to do a lot of applied AI stuff like on a day-to-day basis.
So when I first came to ACKO, the first project that I got was a front-end project. I started working on it and it went on for a while. Then it was stuck in the testing phase. And I later found out that the reason for that was one of the APIs that I had created in backend was breaking. I was really scared. I was worried that everyone's going to be super mad at me. But none of that happened because I realized that it's okay to fail as long as you're learning from the experience, as long as you're moving towards success.
So in my 8 months of internship here, I have been through various tech stacks. So the work I do is like have business impact all over ACKO. I've had my share of failure. I had my production issues. So my entire team was behind me, and even my manager, we did not get scolded even once. We were like helped throughout our journey.
At ACKO, engineers and product managers are treated as owners and not order takers. From problem discovery to design to delivery, they are part of the full cycle. We believe ownership means being involved in from the start and not just being handed a PRD or a Jira board. So our teams are invited early into the business problem. They help frame the challenge, understand the customer context, and co-create solution with the design and business. And because ACKO is structured to a lean and cross-functional pod structure teams, the loop between thinking and doing is a tight one. If you're an engineer here, you're not just writing code, you're influencing a product direction. If you're a PM, you're not just shipping features, you're solving real customer problems with full accountability. That's what ownership looks like at ACKO.
So a person, when they start developing, they think of the end customer. How is it going to impact the end customer's lives? An engineer, when they build a product or a functionality, it is touching people's lives. So when it's impacting people's lives, they have to take full ownership of what they are building, what they are delivering, and at the same time, whether it's a junior engineer, whether it's a senior engineer, a lead for that matter, it gives them the confidence and the satisfaction that whatever they are building is going to be used in the real world literally tomorrow.
At ACKO, we pay a lot of attention to customer delight. We work on those micro experiences. We use empathy as a language for copywriting, for product experiences, for design, UI, UX. That becomes a language with which we speak to our customers. So there's a lot of emphasis that goes into our empathy-oriented design language that's put into product thinking and delivery of products.
One sort of key thing that I feel that all of them come with is that they're not coming with a sense of authority that this is the sort of direction that I want the team to follow, and they come with a sense of providing a serving sort of a servant leadership where they are there to serve all the employees that are working for them. They want to have a very open conversation with all of those employees, whether it is in terms of brainstorming and coming up with new ideas, or whether it is doing a review of their tech design, or whether it is an issue is happening and working together to solve that issue. So that is something that I feel is something that all the leaders here in ACKO bring to the table. Keeping it very open, very honest, and making everybody very comfortable that they can come and talk to them and help solve their problem together.
At ACKO Tech, we have 30% women, in our teams. And especially in my team, we have close to 50%. And it's a very organic way, that the team has got built, with so many women in ACKO Tech, and especially in my team. What I've observed personally is women make great leaders. We see a lot of empathy coming in, from women leaders, right? They're able to relate to their teammates much more deeply. They have an attention to detail, and that goes in specifically when we are trying to build products where the customers use them at time of distress. And that naturally, organically builds, that kind of women in tech specifically. And at ACKO, we have seen this to be a very successful model, right? We have launched great products with women as leaders. We have a lot of women in product definition, where they're able to envision the products very well, empathize with the customer, and we have great design skills from women leaders, right?